All right, you guys. So, take a TV, like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in. And I want to get into this morning, man. First of all, salute to everybody who had kind words yesterday after the brother Shedeur Sanders game. Um, you know, again, the only reason why I'm really speaking on the NFL in this situation is because I want to see the young brother be successful, and I see all the stuff that he's got stacked up against him, haters and shit like that, and people who just want to see the brother not succeed. But beyond that, something happened yesterday after the game in the locker room, in the post game, uh, locker room speech. Now, last night after the game was over with, the coach who has been widely criticized for his treatment and for the way he has, uh, you know, um, basically, you know, dealt with Shedeur Sanders throughout this season. He went in the locker room and basically sneaked this young black brother after, as a rookie, he was the first, I guess, Browns quarterback since 1950s, I guess they said, to win his opening game as a starter. And the coach not even giving this man a game ball, but blatant dissing a young man, uh, by, basically, coaches will do this. Let me say something to y'all. I've had a coach like this before in my life who was a complete asshole. Uh, what he do is just try to break you down. Never want to give you praise everybody else around you, but always try to break your spirit, always try to break you down, always try to take you down. You understand? And so he just doesn't like you. This isn't a secret. This coach doesn't like Shedeur Sanders. Hey, man, it is what it is. Shadur had to fight through that, and he will. He's strong enough to get through that. We deal with all the other BS because we see it, and the people gonna deal with it. See, that's the thing this coach cannot afford to do. He has to understand you cannot win this battle right here. There's too many people that supporting this young black brother. You can't win this battle right here, coach. What you trying to do by trying to tear this dude down, you can't win this battle. His power and his strength of how he can play will overcome your racism and your hatred every single day. See, your guy didn't do this. See, this coach, he wanted a different guy to be the quarterback, and that's Shadur, right? There's a video of the the general manager of the team, Andrew Berry, going to the locker room to show Shadur some love after his first start as a rookie. Andrew Berry. That video is going viral online as well too. You can just see the two different responses to the kid. Now I'm not saying, look, you got to get a kid a handout, but I'm saying, damn, dog. It's a rookie who's starting his first game, who went out there and got a win for you, and you've only won 3 games this entire season. The coach tries to be a stone-faced guy, and then he goes to the locker room with these fake post-game victory speeches in the few games they win. Yeah, how about that, guys? How about that? You sound like a complete fraud and doofus, right? But what you did to Shadur while trying to sneak this to brother, going in there and praising everybody else for that game, but trying to minimize this brother. It's not going to work. And now they on your helmet. They're all on your helmet online after what you did, Stefanski. What you did was absolutely disgraceful, just as a man, as a coach, man. That was disgraceful, bro. And the people, what you're gonna understand is you've never had this type of heat. You've never had this type of pressure on you. See, you're very skeptical of Shadur, and you're very harsh and critical of Shadur. But here's the thing, Stefanski. One thing you're gonna realize is that now you're going to face that same pressure because Shedeur Sanders has a strong following and a lot of fans. And a lot of fans going to stay on your helmet. And they're going to run your ass out of this business. if you don't treat the boy fair. Ain't nobody asked you to give him no handout. Ain't nobody asked you to do this, do that. And Shedeur wasn't giving a handout. He wasn't giving a handout. You got a lot of niggas out here hating on Shedeur too, sneak this and shit like that. Niggas is shit stains. They never did nothing before in their fucking life at this level. So, I mean, all they can do is just, talk under their breath and hate. You know what I mean? It's a rookie. It's first game. Dude been with you all through training camp, all from the beginning, working his ass off. It's okay to show a little bit of love. I ain't saying you got to get on your knees and do this, but don't do the kid like that, like you did him in the locker room after the game. That was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting what you did yesterday, and that's why they're, putting you on blast. They are putting this coach on complete blast for what he did in the locker room after that game. Now, once again, he comes in the locker room and yeah, guys, great job, defense. You did a great job. Yeah, this receiver, you did a great job, man. Great job for what you did. Oh yeah, Shadur. Yeah, all right, sure. Yeah, you did good. Okay, yeah, yeah. Tommy, give me the game ball. You, Miles, you get the game ball. See that type of shit right there, bro? Pastor was good, man. That type of stuff right there you doing, man. That shit ain't gonna fly, bro. Because it's a lot of people who love primetime Deion Sanders and they love his son. That's not going to allow you to get that off. I'm going to repeat that again. They're not going to allow you to get this type of foolishness off. See, it's a different era, Stefanski. And it's a lot of people watching you. And we're going to make sure you call this thing fair. Now, again, I don't have a problem with a brother working for something and not getting nothing easy. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem when you go out your way to try to break this brother, break his spirits, and do shit to him that you don't do to anybody else. It's visible. Your hatred for this man. It's visible. But that man is blessed by God. You know what I'm saying? And when you blessed by God, there's nothing that a coach or anybody else can do to stop it. I'm going to tell all you young people something, man. This is a perfect example of when you're truly great and when you're truly blessed. Nobody or nothing, no weapon can come against you, man. Nothing. So all this hatred from the coach, all this stuff, they can't break this boy. See, they wanted to break this man. That's what they wanted to do. But I'm going to tell you something. It touched my heart to see primetime Deion Sanders at that game yesterday. It touched my heart to see how he embraced his son before that game. It touched my heart to see him in the booth celebrating, to see his son have a shot and be successful. It touched my heart, man. It truly touched my heart. And I know it did his as a father who raised his son the right way. His son wasn't in the streets. His son ain't dead. His son ain't in jail. The father was successful raising all of his sons. That right there is beyond commendable, especially when you raise high character. And I'm going to tell you something. It's just like Pastor said in the comment section, right? The coach only heard himself when he fighting that anointing. Because see, when you are anointed, see, let me tell y'all something, man. The coach can fight as much as he want to fight. He can do whatever he want to do. It's not even in his hands. It's beyond him. See, y'all don't believe. You gotta believe. It's beyond him. It's out of his power. It's powerless. It's powerless. He may even get fired. He didn't even want to say, "Hey, yeah, this is we're gonna roll with him next week." He want to make it suspenseful. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. But if we want to talk about cold quarterbacks, let's talk about Barney Kosar. Clown. That shit all gonna fall back on this dude. Hit this dude dead between his eyes. Boom. Because you tried to break that boy. And you treating him different than you treating them other players. And that boy ain't do nothing to you. Now, for you guys who don't know, when Shadur was in college, his first year, there was a coach from Oregon. His name is Dan Lanning, Oregon University, Oregon Ducks. Dan Lanning, despised and hatred for primetime Deion Sanders, who was coaching the Colorado Buffaloes, went in the locker room and was talking all this crazy shit about Coach Prime, basically dissing them because they're popular. They mad at Prime because Prime and them popular. So they basically trying to call him a sideshow and we gonna do this and we gonna do that, knowing he got one of the top teams in the country versus Prime coming to Colorado his first year. So he did all kind of shit, ran trick plays, all kind of stuff, try to embarrass the man because he knew he had him outnumbered with players and recruits because of the university he was at versus the university that Coach Prime was at. And he ran up the score and came after the game and called the cameras in the locker room, was talking all this crazy shit. Right? And then comes to find out that coach and this coach have a lot of links. And then the quarterback, who this coach was starting in front of, Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, went to Oregon for a year. And then they come to find out these dudes are all linked in with the same agency. I try to tell y'all, man, professional sports is one of the dirtiest games in the world, man. One of the dirtiest games in the world. It's so much stuff that happens in professional sports behind the scenes. It's disgusting. But this coach, he's making it wrong, and he's making the biggest mistake, you guys. And the reason why I say he's making the wrong and the biggest mistake is because he's fighting a battle he can't win. It would be one thing if he was being fair and just called it down the line. It is what it is. Can't nobody get mad at that. But when you're going out your way, obviously trying to break this boy, obviously trying to disparage this boy, obviously trying to discourage this boy, he never wanted to play this guy. They'd all lied to y'all and told y'all this boy was ass and he was trash and he couldn't play. They lied to y'all. And now, when he finally got to play, because a lot of these idiots don't know anything about professional sports, they don't even know anything about professional football. Let's just stick to that. So they think anybody can just get out there and look like a Hall of Famer coming off the bench in the second half. So they destroyed that boy in his first game because he came, and instead you going in against a team like the Baltimore Ravens, who they say is very good, especially defensively. And you got this young kid coming in the game, unafraid, trying to make plays. Receiver drops a big touchdown pass that would have put them in the end zone and allowed them to be able to tie the game and go to overtime, try to win it. He drops the pass, gets a strip, and what do they do? Proceed to rip this boy all week long. The racism was unbelievable at a whole different level online. Then you got shuckers and jivers and absolute straight buck dancers like Jason Whitlock out here doing a whole buck dance and shy show because that's all he can do to stay relevant. He's disgusting. Just a big nasty motherfucker. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. So this is the type of stuff this boy is dealing with from both sides. You understand? And so he has to start power. People gonna hate, man. His own people gonna hate on him. You know what I'm saying? This is how I wrote. This is how it goes. You know, his own people. People are so judgmental. You know, they gonna hate. But I'll say one thing. This boy keep going out there and showing every week and proving these people wrong because they said he wasn't ready to play. They moved the goalposts. First they said when he played great that first preseason game when he wasn't even supposed to get in, what did they say? Oh man, well, he wasn't playing against the ones. He was playing against twos and threes. They ain't gonna be on the field. Now, after last night, oh, it's just the Raiders, even though they lost to the fucking Jets, who are worse with Dylan Gabriel. Even though this same team lost to the New York Jets, who are worse than the Raiders with Dylan Gabriel. Now the excuse is, oh, you know, he playing against the ones in the Raiders. But now the excuse is, oh, well, you know, that's a bad team. Yeah, I mean, make your mind up. Make your mind up. Y'all can't keep moving this goalpost now. 1 week of practice with the guys you're going to go out there and play with. Don't you know football is the game where everybody has to be synchronized to a T? That takes a lot of practice and studying. This man is showing you off 1 week what he can do in an NFL game. And I love how he handled these bums in the press conference, right? Because he said, like he said, it can get dangerous out there. You give me a whole off season. That's the ultimate belief. See, you have to have that to be successful at the highest levels. Dudes got to just be cut. Like some people look at that, oh, this guy's cocky. Nah, you got to be. These guys, the highest level guys, man, bro. When you at the highest level of your sport or in your game, you can play at the highest level. Those guys are cut like that, man. Ultimate confidence. Nothing can break you. And you're supposed to always believe in yourself. You're supposed to believe in yourself more than anybody else can doubt you. But that coach, major mistake, buddy, because there's too many people that got eyes on you. And what you did in that locker room, everybody was talking about it after last night's game. You're making it obvious, buddy. Too obvious. We all know you hate the brother, but don't make it so easy for everybody to see. Because what's going to do is it's going to end your career. And they're going to run your ass out of the sport. Because at the end of the day, you in a money business. And Shedeur Sanders and the Sanders family, they bring big money to the table and big business for the owners. So the coach has not announced the starter yet for this next week. He will have a press conference today and on Wednesday. And the funny part is he's probably going to tap dance around it all the way till Wednesday just to try to make it interesting. But then he's going to say, oh, well, you know, it's just strategy because of the team we're playing. We want to keep them guessing. When everybody knows that this man need to go ahead and start this brother. You don't have a dude come bring that type of excitement on a game against two bad teams and everybody's watching this game and don't nobody give a damn about none of the other games except for this game. And the only reason why people talk about Joe bum ass is because of Shedeur Sanders. Think about that. Shadur plays another good game. He gets more powerful, coach. You got to start getting on your knees and kissing that ass. Because if you don't, it's going to be hard for you to find a job in this business, buddy. Because people aren't going to want you anywhere. Because you're going to be the guy who tried to X out your own talent. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. The coach is absolutely getting destroyed online. And y'all share this video for that post-game fake ass, fake love, throwing this. That shit was disgusting, bro. That was some of the most disgusting stuff I seen when I saw that video come up yesterday on X. That coach was in that locker room. He did that shit, bro. You don't do no shit like that, man. Real talk, man. You're sad, bro. You even said out your own, and he's the type of coach, he have to get broken. His will is going to get broken in this situation. His will to want to destroy and be against Shedeur Sanders. But, Cam Newton, he said it correctly. I heard a video Cam Newton did the other week, and Cam Newton said this coach just doesn't know how to relate with black players. Simple as that. He's never been successful with a black quarterback. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, and subscribe. This coach better watch his ass, man, or they're going to run his ass out of here, man. I'm telling y'all this. You can't be an asshole and be wrong at the same time. Because y'all definitely was saying this dude, y'all had a lot of shit y'all was talking about this dude leaking out of camp. And it looks like all that shit was lies. You're going to look bad, man. You're going to give the other boy 52 passes. He gave Dylan Gabriel 52 passes in his first game as a rookie. But yesterday, Shadur only gets 20 passes. Think about that. Then you take him out the game on the 1 yard line multiple times so he can't get those touchdowns on his resume. And y'all seemed like y'all was making it so that you call plays so that he wouldn't score. Just so he can get close to the goal line, and then we're going to take him out the game. You're a dirty dog, coach. You're a dirty fucking dog because you wouldn't have did that shit to Dylan Gabriel. But you try to do it to Shedeur Sanders. You disgusting, brother. Y'all make sure y'all share this video and like this video on social media. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the coach and his backhanded comments towards Shedeur Sanders after the game yesterday. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.